Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
Full with energy.
Allí.
We don't understand Naji.
Energy, energy.
¿Qué es eso?
Energy.
¿Qué es
Energy.
eso? Felda, Felda,
Yeah.
¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso, Felda?
What is
Uh-huh.
it?
I
¿Qué es
Enancy.
eso?
Enancy.
¿Qué
Le
es
estoy
eso?
enseñando español. ¿Qué es eso, Felda?
Ah, Ferda,
Yes.
your spelling in Spanish is perfect.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Felda, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es
¿Qué es
eso?
eso? ¿Qué es eso?
She loves Spanish, you see?
Yes.
¿Qué
Thank
es
you.
eso?
Excellent.
She paint the hair.
To paint the Horia?
Your hair is blonde.
Ah, yes, I've dyed my hair. Yes. With the
I dyed my
color.
hair. I dyed my hair too.
That's the privilege of the woman. We can
Yeah.
change the hair every time if we want.
Like you got a lot of faces. You're the woman of faces. La mujer de la 100 caras.
It's bad
She's
for
the
my
woman.
identity.
Nah, she's the woman of 100 faces.
All right.
Yani, I changed my hair a lot, so I understand you. Every different hair is a different woman.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. I color my hair too. You don't see it. You can see it. No, not too much.
Yes.
I'm on
It's
the south pole.
brown. It's brown.
Yeah.
Again, please. Your screen is closed. I see your avatar only.
Huh?
I see your. Now I understand. Yes. Good. Nice. Yes.
Oh, all right. And a screenshot
Good.
with all the smiles. No, Ferda,
Okay.
Ferda. I can
What?
cancel it. All right.
What?
1, 2, 3. Smile.
I got a picture.
Wait. Ah, soy una muy mala fotógrafa. All right, smile.
¿Cómo?
Okay, that's good.
Está por parar. Yes. Está por. What?
¿Quién sabe?
Sam-
Peirano dejó el micrófono abierto. We miss
Yes.
Chairman Lambit. Where is him? And where is the
No,
vice chair? The
he'll-
vice
He was-
chair.
He'll be here shortly. The
Yeah.
vice chair has something he has to take care of, and John Fine is supposed to give a synopsis of the chair's meeting.
Yes.
I believe-
Maybe John
I
Fine
think
is the chair, the supply chair.
I think we're on air right now.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
in. We are in air.
I believe so.
We.
Well, maybe on the air.
It's
Okay.
9, so
Do, do.
90%.
He's flying.
Yeah. John, are you there?
Yes, John, come on.
I am
Present.
here.
You are the leader now.
Oh,
John
I'm
is-
a leader. Oh my.
John is in NASA.
Oh,
Okay, well,
Chairman Levitt appears.
oh, there's the
That's
chairman.
wonderful.
With that face.
Welcome.
A
You
thousand,
Welcome
threatened
here,
him with
Chairman
me and he
Levitt.
appeared.
a
You
thousand
threatened him with me and he
apologies.
appeared.
I was
Only
having,
6 minutes, no problem.
yeah,
Welcome.
I was having trouble with my back. I was having problems with my with
Equipment?
my Skype. No, my Skype wasn't sending anything to me.
Oh.
No, I've got a
No,
problem
no,
with the
no,
green
no.
screen.
Lemby,
Hold on,
Lemby,
everybody. I literally,
Lemby, pass through my office, please. You came late.
all right, that's a problem. I'm in trouble now. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Now I'm afraid. I'm very afraid, basically. So I'm very, very sorry about that. I had to manually punch in the numbers, so there we go. There's a problem with my Skype. It's almost certainly to do with the computer, actually, but there we are. It's filtering things through for me. Anyway, welcome, world, to the weekly question and answer session with me, Lambert Topic, here at the Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first fully functioning digital democracy. Each week we talk about the things that are occurring in Asgardia, and I report information, which I'll do briefly in a minute. Then we discuss matters, and then we agree some next steps as well. You're welcome to join as a resident of Asgardia anytime you like. Go to Asgardia space nation, and you'll find it straight away. It takes 2 minutes to become a resident of Asgardia, and then you are entitled to stand in our elections and get completely involved in the society that we're creating in preparation for permanent human space habitation. Let me start with my points, and then Ricky has kindly agreed to summarize the chair's meeting in a minute or two. First of all, we have a date, which I will send to Linda for formal distribution, confirmed with Head of Nation, for the next and the final digital sitting of this year, 6, 7, 8 December, 6th to the 8th of December. I will send that to our parliamentary coordinator, who will share it with all of you. So that's going to be the fourth and final one for this year. And we'll be doing what we always do, discussing legislation, meeting with the government, and getting committee reports. As usual, you'll get the package of information. Second point of 4. That means we'll also have the Asgardia Legislative Forum, which is the precursor to that meeting, on the 16th, I'm sorry, 16th of November this year. So that's in about 2 weeks' time, 2.5 weeks' time. On that day, we will look at legislation, which is great, and we'll have informal discussions, which usually means that the digital sitting goes better and goes faster. Those involved in legislation, you know who you are. Please make sure you're ready to present on that day. The date is a Saturday, and it will be from 1300 latest to latest 1800. That's maximum 5 hours UTC. Thirdly, we're going to have some new legislation. And this is being developed by FERDA and by others too. But not all of that legislation will be going into the December meeting. Some of it will be for next year. But it makes sense to start talking about this now. And so I've got some homework to do on that. But I'm looking forward to the great work of the Foreign Affairs Committee being applied and pushed forward by that committee, by FERDA, and I'm happy to help with that. Leads me to my fourth and final point for tonight. This year has been quite busy. We've got a lot of legislation through. What we have to do more of, and I've made this point many times before, is get new members, new people to join as followers, and new people to become residents. That's really going to be the secret of our success, and we're ready to do that. Some great work's been put forward, and in a moment I'm going to ask Ricky to summarise the chairs meeting, because Peter Morn did chair it, the Deputy Chair of Parliament, but he can't be with us tonight. Ricky's also going to share an idea he has, and we're looking for volunteers on this. You can volunteer tonight, or you can volunteer at some point in the future. But the interesting point is the request for volunteers is to everyone watching all over the world, not just parliamentarians. We're looking for people who are willing to project manage a potentially very profitable project, the thing that Ricky will be talking about. Adding all this together, we have to turn our ideas into action. That's the mission for the second term of our parliament. And we're just over a year into that now. I'm really hoping that as colleagues, we can really make this happen. We can push our agenda and get thousands and thousands of new residents. That's how our economy is going to work. Those are the key points I wanted to make. Let me ask Ricky to do two things. I'll summarize that meeting that we've had and also share his idea. So over to you, Ricky.
Well, the summary of the meeting, actually, I kind of took up the whole meeting for the most part. First thing I was talking about was a new governmental department, which I'm currently trying to iron out as to how it would operate. And I'm going to attempt to enlist the help of the local law school and their graduating class to help with that project. There'll be more on that during the ALF. And the second thing is, at the beginning of Asgardia, one of the things that the head of nation wanted was to provide phone service. Now, this is something that's been kind of on the back burner for a long time. And I've brought it up before, others have brought it up. And while I was waiting for this meeting, I looked up a few things. And to provide phone service without having the equipment and the infrastructure can be done. It's known as a mobile virtual network operation. And what, as Chairman Limpet said, we're looking for somebody who would like to head up and be the project manager for something like that. It would bring in money to Asgardia for operations, plus provide a service not only for Asgardians, whether they be followers or resident, but also the world at large. It's a little complicated. I got some information on it, which I'll share after this meeting. I'll put it up there in the drive, Google Drive. But it would potentially bring in much of the needed financing that Asgardia needs to further our goals. And one of those, the main one being the birth of the first human in space. That's really all I have on that at the moment. Like I said, those two things pretty well took up the chairs meeting. And on the first one, it's a kind of like what you could call a Bureau of Land Management, but it has to do with mining in space. So that's something that I got to get more help on. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. That's why I'm going to the local law school here in Dipolo. So that's it. Back to you.
Thank you very much indeed. There might be people willing to take this on today. Please then say. If not, then I'm very happy to invite anyone really from anywhere in the world to come forward and say they'd like to be involved. I think there's a very good chance that this could be profitable. You could make real money out of this. And if so, then happy days. That's great news for everybody. Do let me know what you think. Are there any questions about this? Hi, TJ. Everyone's waving at you. I wondered what was happening. Any questions or comments on this? Okay. If you're watching anywhere in the world and you'd like to be involved and you think you can make money out of it, that's fine too. Then please do get in touch. And I'm very happy to discuss this and get you in touch with Ricky as well. I don't want to manage the project because if I have to manage everything, then that it makes it very difficult for us to make progress because we need project managers rather than just me managing everything. But there's a real opportunity to make money out of this as well. And the head of nation, Dr. Igor Asher-Bailey, who founded Asgardia, wants us to be wealthy as well as Asgardians. He wants us to be the most attractive nation in human history for industry and enterprise. Thank you. So other points, thanks for that. And I'll put I'll if you remind me next week again, we can once again remind people about the benefit and the importance of what we've just been discussing there.
No problem.
Thank you. Other oh yes, a couple of other things. I'm following up some notes for colleagues from the Corfu meetings I had with the head of nation. So I'll follow those up with you. There's the relevant people as well, the chairs mainly. Other points people would like to make. Okay. I have asked I'll come to Ariadne in a minute. I have asked the chairs of committees to start thinking about their committee reports. We have 12 chairs, 12 committees. And I would like to invite you to get those reports in early if you can, but you'll get formal requests for those reports as well. As always on the Sunday, day 3, we'll go through those. Ariadne.
Thank you very much. Well, we are expecting the communication from Benedetto Professor to running about the Digital Space Library project and the other things about the announce that he shared with us and the AXI. And we don't know what is the next step because we need to involve more. I think the situation of if I have an idea, the others needs to complete the idea because I don't have all the information to complete a file to send some project or something like that. And a man from India, I think, communicate with me. He wants to involve in the projects. I sent the video that I share about the APSI. And well, maybe in the future we can know how's happened in that situation, regatta situation. And that's all.
Okay.
Because
Thank you.
Benedetto is not here in this moment. Only I want to know more about it. Thank you.
Yes, Benedetto is busy, and he was very interesting in the previous meeting as well. So Benedetto might follow this up afterwards, watching it again. Okay, so you might want to just send a note, Ariadne, to Benedetto, asking about that. That would be a good and interesting question. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer it. So if you're willing to do that, that might be helpful. You actually write to him. Okay. Other business. I've got one other piece of any other business. Bit of sad news, really. All right. Looking ahead then. I'm going to go into other business. Please feel free to stop me. I'd like to start asking committee chairs to do presentations occasionally on a Thursday for two reasons. One, the world can see what these committees are doing, and two, it helps you to showcase the work that you're doing, and that could be motivating as well as helpful. So I would be asking, I'll ask it individually, each chair, if they'd like to have a space to present the work of their committee on one of these Thursday evenings. Next, on the ALF, the Asgardia Legislative Forum. Oh, yeah, I'll come to you. Ariadne, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well, we don't know, or maybe not only me, about the financial share. What is the situation? I want to know the proposal, the finances chairman, and I don't know. I can't see anything in Slack about it.
The chair of finance is Sarah Evie Clark. She's been elected.
Yes.
She's not here today. I'll tell you now because she's had a death in her family. It's sad news. I believe her father-in-law has passed away. She sent me a message about this, but she's very keen to get the legislative. Yeah. Yes, her father-in-law has died, and so she needs to deal with the human sorrow of that situation.
Okay.
But she wants to finish what Alexander Rizzi, the previous chair, started, which is the finance bill. Very important bill, very difficult bill.
Yes.
That's a piece of work that I want to do with her. So really that'll be the big work for the finance committee. Once we start getting big revenue in, the finance committee will have other jobs too. But the first thing is to get to define the finance bill, to get that finance bill sorted out. That would be the big target, big challenge.
Yes, because that rules needs to support the idea to create a relationship with investors, to making money and all that things. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, she's great. She's had a fairly difficult year, really. And I just hope that this bereavement, she'll be able to get past it and, well, basically, hopefully get back to better times for her. Ricky, I'll go through the rest of my other business in a minute. Ricky?
Yes, I just shared a link for what I was talking about for the communications in the chat. So if anyone wants to copy that down, go right on ahead.
Thank you. You put that in the chat. Yep. Okay. There we are. So yeah, there's quite a long link there at 1823 UTC. So thank you for that. That'll be accessible to all parliamentarians. If you're interested and you're not in Parliament, he's opened it. There it is on the screen, I think. That's it, isn't it, Ricky?
Well, that's not my screen. I don't know whose that is.
Soracom. Okay.
It was Ariadne's screen, wasn't it? It said that she was
Yes, I share it for all of us. Yes.
Ada's asking if we could send it directly. Can send it to Slack also. Can you send it to Slack, Ricky?
Yeah, I can do that.
That would help. That would help. Okay. Thank you for doing that. And it's also in the chat. And if you put it into Slack, then that's great too. Thank you. So that is useful. You've been pretty busy actually, which is really good. Right, continuing with any other business. I mentioned Sarah's loss. Difficult year, the difficult personal circumstances. My godfather died on Tuesday. I was quite close, very close to him for many years, but he was 98. It wasn't a tragedy, but of course one feels sad when someone leaves you this life for whatever follows. And so I understand the sadness that comes with bereavement. Let's hope that we can create our long-lasting legacy by making Asgardia work. This leads me to my next point. We don't have a date for the launch of the Life ship to the moon yet, but there's a kind of immortality in that, because those who are sending their DNA to the moon, that will last thousands of years, and your descendants will always be able to look at the moon and say, our grandfather or great grandmother is up there. And I've told my children that as well, and their DNA will be there too. Once we know the date, we'll try and organize an event. And I've said to Sarah and TJ then, and to John, in fact, our American contingent, maybe I can do a trip around at that time to make the most of my visit to America. It's quite a long way to go, but it's always worthwhile. And hopefully we can get a lot of business success from that as well. A lot of residents, I would hope. TJ.
Hey everyone, long time no see.
Hi.
I'm sure Grace is the ghost from the past. So I wanted to say, first of all, my condolences to my friend Sarah. I know you're not here right now, but I do know that you probably come back and watch this later. So I love you, and I hope that you're doing okay. And kisses to you and your family as you're going through this trying time. And then also, I wanted to let everyone know where I'm pretty sure everyone has been aware. I've been very quiet for the past few months. And without going into massive detail, there's just been a lot of things going on as well. I have been in contact with a couple of people like Ferda, and I have communicated with Ariadne here and there, and Sarah here and there, and a couple of people, Lembit, here, and a couple of members from my team as well. Josh here. But besides that, I am in a position now where things are a little bit better. My son is a lot healthier. I had 2 hospitalizations with one of my children, and he is doing a lot better. So I feel a little bit more confident away from that, and allowing my presence to be here now. So with that being said, I just wanted to let everyone know my apologies for my absence. But I was still here. I was just kind of perusing. I was an innocent bystander. And if you guys need me to be here, I'm here. But baby steps, please. And it will take me a little bit to catch up where you guys left off. And yeah, I miss and love all of you guys very, very much. And for anyone that is watching that is leery about being a part of Asgardia, this is probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. It is not only one of the coolest experiences, but it gave me an additional family that I never. So if you were questioning it or thinking about it, you don't think about it anymore and just become. Anyways, I just wanted to say all that and say hello to everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, the signal wasn't brilliant there, but Great to have you back. You're part of this family of optimists, democratic family of optimists who can see the big picture, not just for ourselves, but for all humankind. And it's good that you're here. And I look forward to seeing you in America, hopefully doing the live ship launch, which is going to be soon. Amazing to think we're nearly through 2024.
So I already have it on my agenda that I will be getting on an airplane regardless of where you guys go. It is my goal this year because I won't be saying no this time.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. We just had a budget here in the UK, and flying's just got a lot more expensive, but will be getting more expensive. But this is a big deal, and I think it's important that we attend.
I agree.
Thank you, TJ. We got Ricky.
Yeah, I just placed the link in Slack and Random and Social.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Ricky. That was quick. Thanks, Ricky. Ada wants me to repeat what I said about the chair. The chair of finance, Sarah Evie Clark, her father-in-law died today. So she isn't here at the moment. She's dealing with that personal issue. And as with TJ, I send our feelings, our thoughts to Sarah. And she needs to take the time she needs to get herself and her family into the right place. That's what I said. And just our thoughts with her. And I hope she will be able to recover. I hope she'll be able to feel better soon. That's what I said. Thank you. I have just one last item then. I want to remind you of the timings. 6, 7, 8 December. I'll confirm that with Linda and Aliona in a moment. And also inform the Prime Minister. And then the ALF, the Asgardia Legislative Forum, will be on the 16th of November. And that will be from 1300 to 1800 UTC. And that's all I had for today. Anything else that anybody wants to cover? Okay. Thank you, everybody. And I hope that well, humans, the human condition that we're all part of, the human condition, doesn't stop us, but keeps us optimistic, because in our limited lives we can do good. And one of the things we do well is creating a path for the future, a path which will outlive us all. Thank you. Okay, we got to, yeah, it is a sad thing when two people die. Still thinking of reminiscing and thinking about my godfather, because he was really important to me, and he taught me a lot of things. But I'm grateful. It's not tragic to make it to 98 and a half years. If I get that far, that's another 39 years from now. It's not tragic, but it's always sad, because we don't know what happens after we die, and different people have different beliefs. But we can leave a legacy for the living and those that follow us. And that has to be in space. Thank you. We got to 29, so when we get to 14, I'll shut it down. Thanks so much indeed, everybody. I'll send a couple of emails now just to confirm those dates, and then we'll take it from there. Have a good rest of the day, and oh ho. And we can
Oh ho, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.